Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons' command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land, glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Good morning to all, teachers, librarians, bus drivers, custodial staff, maintenance staff, assistants, and central office staff. Your work is probably the most important when it comes to the education and the shaping of our children while they are in your care. The role you all have a hand in playing is setting the stage for the next generation of leaders, teachers, bus drivers, and assistants. By all working together to create the stage for our children, you are teaching them and allowing them to dream, to be whatever they want to be. To me, there is nothing more important than that. Like the saying goes, it takes a whole community to raise a child. And I want to say thank you for making the lives of the families in our northern communities a little brighter with all the work you do in supporting them to raise their children. It gives me great pleasure to bring greetings as President of the Métis Nation of Alberta to today's Systems Day. We fully support initiatives like Systems Day, a time for everyone to come together to support each other and to ensure that everyone knows their value and worth for their input into the work that is being done. Recognizing a job well done is sometimes worth more than all the money in the world. Pride is what you do daily, even on those days when we need that little nudge to keep going. It is what keeps us coming back, and it's what makes your organization a great place to be. That is true team spirit. So on behalf of the Métis Nation of Alberta, again, I want to say thank you. Thank you for inviting me to bring greetings to you today. Thank you for your hard work and your dedication. All of you have brightened many lives in everything you do. You make all the difference in our children's world. Thank you. Enjoy your Systems Day.
Good morning, colleagues. I hope this message finds you healthy and well today. Before I get into my inspiring message for this unprecedented year, I want to stop and recognize a group of teachers in our division. Now, normally we would host a night of food, speeches, and celebrations to recognize and induct our new teachers into the Alberta Teachers Association. And I'm hopeful that we will be able to do this in the spring. But for the time being, I would like to ask our new teachers to stand up and be recognized in their home schools. Welcome to our profession and welcome to Northern Lights Local 15. We're glad you're here. You've chosen a worthwhile profession and have embarked on a journey that you will never forget. It goes without saying that this year is one like we've never experienced before. Not only are we in the midst of a global health pandemic, but we are also facing what I would label as a public education pandemic here in Alberta. In April, we saw the removal of the majority of our biggest supports in our schools across Alberta. Those who questioned the role of our educational assistants, custodians, bus drivers, and other support staff were provided with the unfortunate lesson to understand how much and how invaluable these individuals are to our public education system. On behalf of teachers, I want to stop and say thank you for all you do to not only support our students, but also to support us as teachers in our profession. Again, I could go on and on about how difficult it is to be in public education right now, but as I encouraged our new teachers at the end of August, if we continually focus on the politics of education this year, we will find ourselves at the bottom of a dark and gloomy pit. There's no doubt that we are living in troubling times for public education, and we will continue to speak up for public education. But this year, more than others, it may feel natural to question your choice of profession or to lose sight of what inspired this choice. Now is the time we all need to reconnect with what originally inspired us to join this worthwhile calling and treasure it like the precious gift that it is, as that is what is going to carry us through the 2020-2021 school year. Now for me, it was two teachers who essentially bookended my time as a student in the K-12 system. First, my grade 1 teacher, Mrs. McDowell. Mrs. McDowell loved teaching, and it was evident in everything that she did. I remember more about that grade 1 year than any other year of elementary school. Similarly, in grade 12, I found myself in Biology 30 with Mr. Grad. He was so excited about biology and even more excited when our class was successful. Both of these teachers made me feel like their most important student, although I know that they did this for all of their students. They truly inspired me to want to do the same for my own students one day. They were my inspiration for becoming a teacher. On those hard days where I questioned my why, I remember them and the way they made me feel as a student. And today I want to encourage you all to remember your why. Write it on a piece of paper, put it near your desk. When those hard days come, look down to this and reconnect with your inspiration again. Mrs. McDowell and Mr. Grad never knew how I felt about them. Similarly, you never really know when you are, in turn, inspiring someone else. Take each day one at a time and reconnect with your inspiration. On behalf of the executive of Northern Lights Local 15, I wish you all your most inspiring year yet.
Welcome to our first virtual Systems Day. I really have to say I wish that we were all face-to-face at this point. Please join me in welcoming our new staff to their first Systems Day ever. We have 15 new teachers and 46 new support staff that this is their first Systems Day, so welcome. The end of this last year and the beginning of this year has been a challenge for all of us. We have about 260 students that are involved in our online program and about 275 students that have chose other providers in the province. Charles Swindoll once said that life is about 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. Through these challenges, I have to say, I'm impressed by the way you've reacted. You've reacted with care, compassion, and a ton of heart towards our kids and towards our family. I know that this has not been ideal, but I have to say, I really appreciate your efforts in doing what's best for kids. I know it's going to continue to be a challenge over the course of this year with COVID and a few of the other pieces that we're going to be facing, and I'm really asking for your flexibility in how we move forward over the course of this year because things are changing constantly. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.
So welcome back and good morning to our fabulous Northern Lights Public Schools staff. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I would like to thank you all for your incredible tenacity and patience as we work through this school year. I also want to extend a huge thanks to all of you who worked so hard to put today together. To say it has been unusual would be an understatement. In our ideal world, we would all be together sharing stories, enjoying a coffee, and laughing together today. Recently, as the trustees delivered return to school gifts for you all, in our conversations we heard repeatedly how happy the kids were to be back in school. Now it would be easy to say that they are happy because they are back with their friends, but when we looked at the in-class enrollment reports, our numbers were higher than in many areas of the province. So what is the difference? It's you. If we recall the words of Dr. Jody Carrington, who was with us a few years ago, she reminded us that we are wired for connection. We truly believe that the reason our students are back in schools at such a high level is because of you, the relationships you have with our students, and the connections you are making. It is the strength of relationships that you have with our families that have allowed them to entrust their children to us, to teach them and to keep them safe. We also seen your strong relationships in action back in March when schools were shut down. Your willingness to reach out to check on our students and families to see what they needed, not just the weekly lessons, but supplies, food for thought, or just being someone they could talk to, did not go unnoticed. The graduation celebrations you held are yet another example. Your Board of Trustees have heard countless stories from parents and community about how each of you went above and beyond for their children. That is who you are, and that is why we know we have the greatest people in Northern Lights. But please don't forget about all of you in this. We are in this together, and we should not be afraid to reach out and check on each other, or take some time for our own mental health and well-being. With that said, we wish you not only a great day today, but the best year you can have. Don't forget to notice the difference you are making each and every day, for within every negative is a positive, and you got this.